Another Bulls game, another deficit. Yeah, the Chicago Bulls are who we thought they were, at least in this game so far against the Milwaukee Bucks. Zach LaVine is helping keep this team afloat. There's a big reason of why the team is afloat at all. 20 points in this first half of this game, 7 points from Torrey Craig, Nikola Vucevic, and Kobe White each. 5 points from Josh Giddey in that starting lineup as well. But overall, hey, if it wasn't for Zach LaVine having 20 points in the first half of this game, this would be an absolute blowout. And even with that, the Bulls are still down by 12 points right now in the first half of this game. Now, I'd be a little bit more worried about this if we hadn't seen the Bulls come back from double deficits so much. And this Milwaukee Bucks team is just a team that, it is the type of team that the Bulls can come back against, but the Bulls are going to have to tighten the fuck up. 9 turnovers in the first half of this game. They got 12 assists on 21 made baskets. The assist to turnover ratio is definitely concerning when it comes down to it. Points in the paint, 30 points in the paint already for the Milwaukee Bucks, which is ridiculous, but we knew that this team was susceptible to giving up points in the paint, so that's not really too much of a surprise either. It's just something that sucks, right? When it comes down to it. We just got to be better. We got to be better in the way that we're executing the game. We're being out rebounded only by 4 right now, so it's not a wide margin. It's not something that the Bulls can't overcome. The Bulls overall are just going to have to really tighten up in this game, defensively and offensively in this game so far. We are shooting 50% from the field and 40% from 3 right now, but the problem is that the Bucks are shooting almost 60% from the field. So, Zach LaVine is absolutely 100%. He's putting the team on his back. He's carrying this team right now. Somebody got to get the man some help. Can we get Zach LaVine some help today? Somebody got to step up and give Zach LaVine some help. Shout out to Torrey Craig for scoring 7 points so far, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 rebounds in this game. But we need Kobe White is 3 for 6, 50% from the field, but he's 1 of 3 from 3-point range. We just need better. We need better. Right now, the Bulls just are not looking good by any stretch of the imagination. They got to figure out a way to turn it on. They just have to. And if they're not going to be or have another gear defensively, you got to be more efficient offensively. You got to attack offensively. Right now, this team is not attacking. Zach LaVine's attacking. The team as a whole is not attacking. And it's almost like in absence of P. Will, everybody said, we got you, P. Will. We're going to play exactly like you would this game. Now, that's a bit of a fucked up thing to say, but that's really how it feels. It feels like watching a team of P. Wills right now on a bad day of P. Will. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's doing anything. It's almost like everybody right now is almost afraid. It's everybody's first game playing. I don't know what to say about it. Like, it's just a weird game. We got to get it together. We got to get it together. And like I said, we've seen the Bulls have much better second halves after questionable first halves, but coming out in this third quarter is going to be extremely well how they come out in the third quarter of this game. If they do not come out in the third quarter of this game really well, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And no, it's not just Josh Giddey. The whole team is playing like cheeks right now. Outside of Zach LaVine, I don't care what the percentages tell you. I don't care what the plus minus tells you. I don't give a shit about none of that. If you watch this game, everybody's playing like P. Will today. Everybody but Zach LaVine. It's god fucking awful, to be 100% honest with you. It's this team has no energy. You would think this is like the second game of a back-to-back or something. This is a low energy team right now. It's really like watching a bunch of fucking lethargic ass, geriatric ass old men out there playing basketball. That's what it looks like right now. It's not good. It's not good at all. And so they're gonna have to rediscover some energy. Billy Donovan's gonna have to find a way to wake this team up. Somebody, you got to go slap somebody's mama or something, because everybody's playing like absolute butt right now. It's just like watching this game just feels so icky. It just feels weird watching, because I don't know if I've ever seen a team collectively have no energy in the way that they have been. I've seen this team collectively play bad. I've seen this team collectively, turn the ball over. But everybody else right now is like they got cement shoes on. I don't know what to say about it. This is a weird game. Yeah, Dalen Terry had some energy. I'll give you that one. I'll see that point. You're absolutely right. But everybody else, Io, not looking good. Julian, not looking good. Modest, he's doing modest things. Torrey Craig came out with some initial energy, but then it was like his body said, "Hey, man, you kind of old, my boy," and he calmed down a little bit. They gotta rediscover some energy if they want to play out this game. If not, this is about to be another 30-point loss for the Chicago Bulls. If we have another half like the half that we played, because listen, Zach LaVine is probably not going to score 20 points in another half. Now, if he gets a 50 piece, great. I mean, great for Zach LaVine. I'm not going to be mad at that. But at the rate that everybody else is scoring, Zach LaVine could score 55 points right now, and I still wouldn't pick the Chicago Bulls to win with how everybody else is playing. This is God. The energy here is absolute god awful trash, bro. This is it, bro. This is bad, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. They got to get their shit together, though, bro. They got to get their shit together. Kadan Pidcock says, "What about Kobe's knee?" I mean, he came back out, so I mean, I would hope that it's okay. He went back there. He talked to the trainers. They looked at things, so he came back out there. So I would hope to think that means that he's okay. If Zach doesn't get hurt, he's going to have the best season in the. Oh, that's a fact. It's definitely on that path for that. Bulls letting AJ Green work him. I didn't even know who dude was until today. Not just AJ Green, Gary Trent Jr. gave him some work too. I believe we need to do more pick and roll instead of just picking pop all the time because we don't have the personnel for it. The problem is when the Bulls aren't hitting their threes, like on a pick and roll, you're going to go under on Giddey every single time. And unless Giddey goes back to what he was at the start of the season, hitting the threes at almost a 40% clip, that's going to get old very quick. Very quick. What are some of the positives that you've seen? Zach LaVine. Dalen Terry did play with some energy. Nobody got hurt so far, except Kobe briefly. Um, Everybody got 10 fingers and 10 toes. There's not a lot of positives in the game like this, Big Chef. I'm not even gonna hold you. There's not a lot of positives in this one. This is an ugly game. This is an ugly game right now. I'm a big fan of Vooch, but man, he doesn't even try on defense when the rest of our team is moving at the same tempo as Vooch. It looks like we got a bunch of geriatric old men with back problems playing. Vooch has actually been pretty solid. If you go and look at Vooch's on ball defense, he actually has been pretty good. Where Vooch fails at it and fails the team is pick and roll defense, and anytime somebody does post and dives, he just doesn't handle those things well. But on actual like on ball in the paint defense, Vooch has been pretty good this season. Giddey's defense is disgusting. Yeah, but we knew that was coming into this, right? We knew that Josh Giddey wasn't a great defender. That's not the only reason why this Bulls team's losing, though. It just isn't. It just isn't. Giddey 100%. Yeah, he's 1 for 1 so far. 1 for 1. 12-point lead, it's like an 8-point lead in today's NBA. Not always. It depends on how you get that. When you gave up 30 points in the paint in the first half, I'm just saying. And they got into the free throw line 11 times. We got to tighten up. We got to tighten up. Shout out to everyone having 10 fingers and 10 toes, but even Gerald Green would be playing better than us. First of all, that's a deep cut if anybody remembers the fact that Gerald Green only has 9 fingers. That's crazy. Keeping up with threes for the most part. It's the 4 extra inside the paint field goals and the free throws and that is definitely making a difference. 8 for 20 record. Here we come. I mean, like I said before, if the Bulls lose a lot this season, I'm not worried about it. Hopefully that means we keep our draft pick. We're literally losing to the paint points 18-30. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Now, both teams have been terrible on the fast break. The Bulls are 1 for 4. The Milwaukee Bucks are 1 for 3 on fast break points. The Bulls have a 63 true shooting percentage, whereas the Milwaukee Bucks have a 73 one. We're not even getting killed on second chance points. It's really just points in the paint, free throws, and not even points off turnovers. We only have 2 less points off turnovers than them. Why is it that we keep trying to guard Giannis on the perimeter, give him that shot, and don't let him get to the lane? I have no idea what to tell you, bro. No idea what to tell you. We got to get our shit together, though. We really got to get our shit together. This could be a very, very ugly game. Very ugly game. We'll get through this season like we do every season. That's a fact. That's a fact. This isn't even worse. Can we please stop the drive and make dumbass pass while in the air instead of getting the layup and drawing the foul? I mean, everybody's been calling for that. I don't understand why they don't do that more often. If the Bulls don't make the play-in tournament and don't get to keep their pick, I'm gonna jump Billy down. Listen, if we don't make the play-in and we don't keep our pick, that's, you know what? I mean, let me not even put, because that is the most Chicago Bulls thing to happen, right? Is that the Bulls, like, that's the most Chicago thing to happen, bro. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Zoe helped us look good in that first game against the Bucks. He puts a body on motherfuckers and he hit this his open threes, puts people in right places too. Well, that was actually one of Patrick Williams' better defensive games as well. So that definitely played a part into that as well. And regardless of how you look at Patrick Williams, matchups like this is where Patrick Williams shines. And not because I'm saying he'll stop Giannis, but just everything going on right now. He's a vital part of getting wins like that. So, it's unfortunate. How does this go? Look, Lonzo Ball didn't even play in the first game against the Milwaukee Bucks, Vaughn. Lonzo Ball didn't play in that game. He was actually out that game. Lonzo didn't check a single minute in that first game against the Milwaukee Bucks. And now Giddey did go 2 for 2 from 3-point range, and he had 17 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Kobe had 35, Levine had 25, Vooch had 12, and Patrick Williams had 13. You see the media shitting on the Bulls for not trading Zach like they weren't the ones calling him trash. Like, that's why I don't pay attention to the national media. I don't do it because they will contradict themselves for the nature of a story. Vaughn had a Shea moment. Actually, Lonzo Ball's the reason why, and it's like, hey, Lonzo didn't even play, my guy. But hey, listen, I mean, I understand it was early in the season. That was when Lonzo was playing, but yeah. Shit, Haize, thank you for this rant. This isn't even a rant. I'm literally just talking. Yeah, listen, I'll go off sometimes. You know what? Honestly, I'm not surprised that the Bulls are struggling here. That's just not surprised. Not surprised. When the bailout passes work, it looks great, but it shouldn't be a consistent thing in your arsenal. And we do it consistently. That's for damn sure. If the knee is an issue for Kobe rest of the game, Zach gonna have to go crazy or Vooch step up or someone else. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yes, dreams are a reality. I actually have a video on it on the channel. Yeah, he's gonna be out for at least a week. Could be more, but at least a week he's gonna be out. But yeah, yeah. Tough go so far for the Bulls. Hopefully they can wake up in the second half of this game. We've seen it happen before. Kobe's gotten hot in the second half of games before. Let's hope that that's going to be the case. Let's lock in. Let's dig in. Let's get this win, and we'll see how it's going to go. But I'm going to go ahead and end this halftime hangout. I'll be back in the post-game show. Let's hope that the Bulls can find a way to get a win. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red. Let's try to get this dub, and we'll see what's going to happen there. Peace, y'all.